Hi, folks. Welcome to another edition of Westman Journal Online. I am Lanny Stewart, the editor of the publication, and we're here today with Renee Hunt, who is a contributing health columnist here at the Journal. Thanks very much for coming
Thanks
on
for
the
having
show.
me.
Yeah, I kind of wanted to chat with you briefly in regards to a recent column that you just wrote. It's a little bit, I guess you would say, controversial in nature. It's entitled, Are These Five Popular Trends Keeping You Fat? It's certainly really popular because we're getting a lot of people via social media kind of chiming in and on email. So just give me your take on the column and what it's all about a little bit, if you could.
Sure. Well, it is always a little bit of a tough decision what you should actually name your column, and knowing that it may get a little bit of controversial feedback, as you say, but at the same time, it's nice that it does get some of that attention. I felt it was necessary to write this column for the simple fact that most people who aren't in my industry, busy working in other industries, don't have all of the information at their fingertips. And so a lot of times, because the health and fitness industry really is a business, that sometimes people are preyed on in the industry. And so if there's a trend out there, then generally people will jump on board with it, even though it may be actually detrimental to their health.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess an example of that in the column is we talked about, the trend of juicing, for example, and even smoothies would fall in that category, where although fruit is a wonderfully healthy food for us, too much of a good thing is detrimental too. So sometimes those foods will have more calories than you would even have at a meal, and people are using it as a snack, for example. So that's one of the items that I have in that column.
That's really, really interesting. I guess your decision as to why you decided to write a column like this.
Well, again, it goes back to the fact that oftentimes this this industry is a business like any other, and so oftentimes um, people's vulnerabilities are preyed upon, and just because your neighbor is doing this, it doesn't necessarily mean it's something that's good for you.
Mm-hmm.
And so I thought it was just really good to speak up and say that just because it's a trend doesn't mean it's going to work, and for example, help you perhaps lose weight. In fact, it may actually have the opposite effect.
Fill people in terms of give people a little bit of a biography on yourself. You're not originally from Brandon, is that correct?
No, I'm not originally from Brandon. We moved here last September. We moved from Saskatchewan. There, I participated in the health and fitness industry for a long time. Since 1998, I've been involved in the industry, and only in the last few years have I got involved with nutrition counseling as well.
And talk a little bit about your business, Lustre Lifestyle and Fitness.
Right. Well, it provides fitness classes to the general public as well as nutrition counseling.
And if people wanted to jump on board, how can they contact you?
Sure, there's a couple ways. They could visit my Facebook page, Lustre Fitness and Lifestyle, and they could also visit my website at reneehunt.com.
And lastly, give people a little bit of a preview, maybe what's to come in an upcoming column.
Right. Well, I'm working on a column that will probably cover a few different issues, and I believe I'm going to entitle it Why the Scale Lies.
Interesting, people. Interesting. Well, for Renee Hunt, thanks very much for coming on the show. I'm Lanny Stewart. See you guys again.
Thank you.